Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of This Week in Transition. So this has been quite a transitional week, a lot of transformational experiences going on, so we're going to talk about some of that today. The first thing we did this past week was we attended and participated in, assisted with a medicine ceremony that was extremely powerful to witness and watch. I definitely got to see there was maybe 20 people that all came together, and the outpouring of love and support for each other as everyone was kind of in this vulnerable state doing a lot of inner work was very powerful, very focused, and it really reminded me of why it's so great to be down here, because in so many instances when we're in life in the States and all this stuff, we're very afraid to be vulnerable with one another, and I feel that definitely closes us off to each other. But watching this, 20 something people, most of whom had never met before, just came together and they loved each other. They loved and they respected one another, and they allowed themselves to be vulnerable with each other. And that's the sort of dynamic, the sort of connection that really builds community and builds trust between people. And that sort of thing happens all the time here. And so that was just amazing to witness, amazing to be a part of, and especially amazing to be assisting with. It wasn't just I'm kind of watching from afar. It was I'm in it. I'm part of the team. I'm making this happen. I'm offering some of myself to give these people this amazing opportunity to learn about themselves, to learn about each other, and to do that incredibly powerful spiritual work. Kenan here was doing a lot more of the hands-on assisting. I was more front of house, if that makes sense. But I know he definitely had some good experiences as well.
Well, yeah, it was such a, like Chris was just saying, just such a profound amount of healing going on. Really some pretty intense but really powerful work being done. And just so grateful for the opportunity to have gotten to share and offer of my own energy to participate in that, to see the healing that others were going through and the end result of their process. And what was just what I was reflecting on through it all was the peace that sort of healing, that sort of work has in one's transition into just a better life for themselves, what they have the ability to create. The willpower that one is made aware of and that one activates through that deep healing that they move forward with and into their motivation, their inspiration, and their initiative to continue on that path of healing, to continue on that path of doing the internal work and to really see that through into fruition. And so that was just for me, just such a powerful example and reflection to have as part of transition design and part of just one's transition overall. It was just really, really awesome to see that and to participate in that. And definitely look forward to seeing that element be more a part of what people coming down here are going through.
Absolutely, and I really gained so much respect for everybody who was going through it, because and going through it myself, it was like, wow, this is really hard, and yet everyone, these people who you never know when you meet somebody really what their metal is, what's inside, and everyone who came through here, I was like, that's powerful stuff. They're doing powerful stuff. They're strong people for doing that stuff.
Well, and like you mentioned, that's such a fundamental piece of building community is to open up that vulnerability. And to open up and share and request assistance, request of others, that those needs that you need filled, by other people, and seeing how, as a group, as one body, we provide that for one another, and we build one another up, and feel that those connections that we want to nurture and that we want to continue seeing more of in the future, and so just excited to see
a little microcosm of everything we want to see just in general.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
So that was really, really powerful, and so we didn't really have the opportunity to jump on weekend transition episode last week, so doing a little bit of a late catch up this week to kind of fill in, and didn't go too much into things with the last weekend transition episode that we did post. So kind of taking some extra time today to fill in those gaps. And yeah, glad to have Chris back on screen here. So yeah, it's just really awesome to flow through that week. While it's on my mind, fresh on my mind, I also just want to express immense gratitude. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Your contribution to transition design and GermiNation enabled us to make it to community days this last weekend at the Diamante Center. Just such an awesome event to see growing, to see flourishing. Saw a lot of new faces there. Again, great to have Chris back down there with the community going on.
It was great to see a lot of old friends as the weekend went on, just reconnecting with people that I missed when I was up in the States. But the more interesting thing was certainly the new faces, which kind of ties into this whole ceremony. It's like a thread through the past week. Was just all these people who've never met, some of whom were only in the country for a couple weeks, coming to this event, which originally was intended to be just for kind of people living in the area. But they came, they showed up, they didn't know anybody, didn't know anything about what was going on. And so we, the people who live here and had been before, were like, wow, I don't really know all these people. And yet they all just meshed together perfectly. I mean, it was maybe a couple hours into the first day before everyone was chatting, having a good time, laughing, like they'd known each other for weeks, if not longer than that. And that continued throughout, just with the old people meeting the new people meeting the old people, and everybody just acting as if they were a community.
And it was so awesome to meet some new people and see people that because of that, because of their experience there, really wanting to dig in more, wanting to participate more, seeing people that maybe didn't really know what was going on and just kind of trying to get a feel for it, like offering to wash dishes, offering to help set up, offering to clean, offering to share their wisdom, share their knowledge and their service to others in this community, and looking to potentially move here or find their place. That was another really powerful piece.
It only took like one weekend for these people to come here and meet everybody and be like, this is
where I
want to be.
Yeah, so that was really awesome. And on a personal level, this last week has been a renewed exploration into my creativity outside of GermiNation specific stuff, which has been really nice. It's been really nice. I've been directed into opportunities that are providing a little bit of financial stability for myself and for us and for what's going on, and that's kind of taken a little bit of time from GermiNation progress, but it's been really nice that flow has kind of guided us into these opportunities, and I was doing some tattooing last week, which I haven't done in several years. So that was just really awesome to go into again, and it's just such a fulfilling thing for me to get to share artwork, but that somebody feels inspired to put that art on themselves permanently. And to be a part of that process is just super neat as well, and so I was really grateful for that, as well as the opportunity to DJ some music at community days on Friday night was such a highlight. Something else that I really enjoy and have just loved doing in the past for friends and at places here and there, but to be able to share that and get some good booty shaking in with our existing and new community down there at Viamonte Center was a lot of fun, and yeah, boosted my energy quite a bit. So it was really awesome as well. Um, and I facilitated a shift into simplicity workshop there, which, as I expressed on the last week in transition that I posted, things recently have kind of uh, pushed pushed us into a much simpler frame of mind, which has been more focused on the current priorities, but also just really help to alleviate some stress, some unnecessary stress, and some just the mind wanders into all these places of worrying about how this is going to be, or how this person's going to fit into this place in my life, or how this project is going to bring in this support right now. And it's just been great to be brought into more presence, and to really see that when we focus on ourselves and maximizing our internal work, just really bettering ourselves, whether that's through diet and a exercise routine, more meditation, more skills development and reading, time devoted to that we often compromise when our minds get so filled and busy with other things, to see the result from that, if nothing more than just an increased sense of peace, and how that is reflected into interactions with others, and the results that are gained through that.
I mean, they say that 80% of the results you'll experience in any aspect of your life come from 20% of the effort you put into it. And that 20% is those fundamentals, those foundations that we lose track of when we get crazy like you're talking. But if we just simplify things, focus on the 20% that's going to make 80% of the difference, then everything else just takes care of itself, relatively speaking.
Yeah. So really awesome last week. Very powerful. I mean, Chris and I were talking. I mean, it's almost felt like we stepped into another dimension for this last week and a half, and just an awesome recharge, rejuvenation period, really necessary for, I feel, both of our continuing transition on a personal level, but also really integral in my preparation as I prepare to launch up to the States for a few months, and be building on this growth down here, up there in Tennessee, and along the East Coast, and plugging in as well with some of the New Mundo family and tribe up there, and reconnecting and seeing where some of these projects and brainstorming sessions continue, and branch out a little further. So I know that this has just been so crucial in that, and so really grateful for that. And also, as we're approaching the end of March, I know at the end of February had a little bit of a recap. And don't feel too much to recap much of this month, as you guys have kind of been keeping up with the weekly episodes. But just really, again, want to express so much gratitude to all the people that have contributed, both energetically, financially, emotionally, just in any way, shape, or form. So want to go into some of those people. Devin, thank you so much. You were such a huge part of last month's journey for me, and just how incredible of an impact and empowerment that provided for both myself and our GermiNation team, enabling us to move forward. Thank you so much, Jose and Lori, for your contribution, ongoing contribution, your wisdom, sharing a little bit of financial support as well, helping things move forward. Megan of Safe and Harmonia, thank you so much for your sharing, your input, your support, and your willingness to have us as a part of your ongoing projects and to see the word spread through what you're doing. Again, Tiffany, thank you so much for stepping up and making a contribution to GermiNation to reach our financial goal. Such a huge blessing to receive, and such an incredible impact that had as a result of being able to go down to community days and have, I would say, one of my most effectively delivered and received workshops to date. So to be able to share that, thank you so much for supporting that. Thank you so much, Jordan. Jordan out in Vietnam has been such a huge part of the growth of GermiNation since 2010, helping organize and facilitate events in the past, and most recently helping us with this awesome logo that we have. Such an incredible piece of art. The meaning, the intention that went into that brand and that logo to represent GermiNation and the growth phase that we're currently in. And thank you for continuing to pour your energy and your support into this project. So greatly appreciated. We've got some awesome business cards that will be getting printed thanks to you. And so just want to extend that gratitude. Jordan actually has a design company where he's working to help conscious organizations and environmentally conscious organizations really get their word out and amplify their brand. So I highly encourage you to check out his website and see if that's something that you're looking for, you're interested in doing for your project or organization. I highly encourage you to check out some of the work he's doing as well. So I'll be posting these other organizations and their links in the comment box under the video here, so that you guys can check that out. And again, as the time approaches for my travel up to the States, I want to remind everyone to check out the Conscious Collective Costa Rica page, see some of the art that's being offered on there. Anyone interested in some prints or some top-notch jewelry to be wearing and to be sharing with your friends and family and yourself over the summer. It's really, really awesome stuff, and going to support this project and eventually other awesome projects and communities out here in Costa Rica. So definitely encourage you to check that out. Again, I'll be posting some of that and sharing things as they progress. So yeah, just want to remind everybody, and please, www.transitiontribe.com. Check out the website, plug in. We'll have the newsletter this coming week. I'll be working on getting that out to everyone on our email list. So if you haven't already, definitely encourage you to drop your email on there to stay updated and stay in touch. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Blessings.